Good morning everybody, welcome to the Away Day Diaries. We are now at the fourth qualifying round of the FA Cup. Next round is the first round proper. We're halfway through our journey and we are back to Meadowbank, home of Dorking Wanderers.
Alright, so as Johnny just said, we're heading back to Meadowbank, home of Dorking Wanderers, who today play in the fourth qualifying round against Hayes Yeading. And on a personal level, I'm really pleased that they were drawn at home. You know, we all missed the last game against Weston-super-Mare. Jonny and Gareth went down to film a little bit at the grounds, had a little look around, which I missed, of course, by being in Tenby with my little boy. So on a personal level, like I said, I'm really happy because I get to go to Dorking and actually tick it off my ground list, you know, which is great. But yeah, we're both really excited. Like we mentioned, we're one round away now from the first round proper, and you know, we've seemed to have watched so much football already. We've been to so many great clubs already, and you know, I can't believe we've actually made it. So that's really exciting. But yeah, we're going to enjoy the day. It's a bit of a further trip than we normally do. I think it's about 3 hours 20. I think the M4 is closed at a certain section, but we might be able to scooch around it. But yeah, we're both really excited to go back to Dorking and hopefully now see some of the football on offer.
Yeah, big game for Dorking today. It's first time for them in the fourth qualifying round, so if they win, they get through the first round proper. Hayes have been there before, or Hayes Yeading have been in before, so but more about that a little later on.
Yeah, so come along with us. We'll film as much as we can, and yeah, here's to a good day.
See you later.
Here we are at Dorking Wanderers. The journey down, about 3 hours 10 minutes in the end. They did actually close the M4 for a certain section, so it took us a little while longer. Like I said earlier on, this is my first trip here, and honestly, first impressions, what an amazing ground, what an amazing setup that they have here. If I move the camera a little bit, we've got the Surrey FA next door. Yeah, fantastic. At the moment, I'm really impressed.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here before, so I knew what to expect, but on a match day things are even better, so we've been so looked after. We have actually been inside already.
We have.
We've been fed, we've been watered, and if you keep watching, we got an interview with the manager, so that's really something to look forward to as well.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. A little bit of history of Hayes Yeading, I think.
Yeah, bit of history on here. I mean, we've done a bit of history on Dorking. Okay, so they're 22 years old. Hayes Yeading, so just a bit of history on them. So they are formed out of two clubs. Okay, it doesn't take a genius to think that they were Hayes and Yeading. Okay, now Hayes have got a bit of history. So Hayes have been going for over 100 years. Yeading had been going for about 50 years. So they were formed as a group in 2007, and they went into the National League South, because that's where those two teams originally played. Okay, so the club Hayes Yeading, they play at the SkyX Community Stadium, which is actually the old ground of Yeading. Okay, they used to play, of course, at the old ground of Hayes before they moved. A bit more about that, about the grounds a little later on. So they play in red, which is normal because both teams originally played in red anyway. The stadium holds about 3,000 and the manager is Paul Hughes. The badge of Hayes Yeading actually is made up of the Middlesex crest, and it's got both the colours of both the original teams on their badge. Okay, they're known as United, which is their nickname. Okay, so this has just come from Wikipedia. So they're known as United. Now, in terms of progress, Hayes Yeading have had a bit of an up and down progress. So, as I said, they started in the National League South. They got promoted to the National League, where Hayes had been previously. Yeading had never been there previously. They stayed there for a couple of years. They then got relegated back to the National League South, then got relegated down to the Southern League Premier, where things started to go a little bit rocky for them. They then had another relegation down to the Southern League East Division. They since got promotion, so they won. They were changed over to the Isthmian League. They got promotion then back to the Southern League Premier, and they're now top, having played 9, won 8, drawn 1. So they're actually on really top form at the moment, Hayes. And today's going to be a very difficult game for Dorking. In terms of the FA Cup, all I know about Hayes in the FA Cup, okay, the old Hayes was a beat Cardiff City in the 80s after replay. I do remember that blot on our landscape, but great for Hayes. Hayes and Yeading have been to the FA Cup first round proper once. So they've actually gone one step further than Dorking. They lost to Wycombe Wanderers. A certain Gareth Ainsworth scored in injury time, so they almost forced a replay out of that game. So that's just a little bit of background on Hayes. Now, they do play in red, as I say. Their away kit is white. Woking play in red and white stripes. I don't know what kit Hayes are going to wear today, but we'll bring you the action and we can find out about that a little bit later on.
Brill. So let's head inside and get a little bit of filming of that, and we'll see you soon.
See you shortly. Okay, so we're here at Meadowbank, home with Dorking Wanderers, FA Cup, 4th qualifying round. And joined by Mark, manager of Dorking Wanderers. Mark, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
No, thanks for coming up, mate.
No, we loving coming up. We've been here last time. Unfortunately, didn't have a match day, didn't have a chance to say hello. But just a couple of questions. Tomorrow, if you win today, you're in a draw for the first round prop of the FA Cup. We'd have told you that 22 years ago. Surely you must have thought you were mad.
No, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we can't even, even begin to dream what that sort of means to us. As a club, we've just always tried to create different firsts really across the years, and we haven't really planned much around it. We've just sort of said, can we achieve something this year we've never achieved before to get into that first round? I think for me, I just want to put the club on the map. And the profile involved in that first round and potential televised games and the clubs you can play just gives you a chance to do that, mate,
I mean, you keep saying that you achieve, and that's all you've done is achieved. Do we do you a disservice by just keep saying this is a dream, or at some point are we just going to say this is normality for Dorking?
Well, yeah, I mean, we kind of got a model to how we do things, like a real close-knit club, and we keep the players together. At any one time, the players have probably been here 4 or 5 years, if that makes sense, and they've come through the rank. We don't operate on that kind of what I'd call modern football way, where you just get a different manager, different players every month or 6. We have got a model that works, and to be honest, the success does mean the expectation on success gets more, but it is what it is. I mean, it's a compliment to a degree,
Yeah, of course. I mean, you say expectational. Am I right in saying that, to be honest, are you really a league team in waiting with the success you've had already?
Yeah, I mean, it's swings and roundabouts. We were obviously top of our league last year when it got stopped short, and I think we probably would have gone on to win it last year, and we would have been in the National League. There's some big clubs in there. Yeah. In honesty, I'd like to say it gets tougher every year, but we haven't really found that, to be honest. The record books say we've almost found it easier as we've gone higher. We've kind of started doing one promotion almost every 2 years as we got into sort of step 4, and we had a really good start in the South. The first year in the South, we got beaten in the playoff semi-final last minute, and last year it was called off. So, I think outside looking in, you definitely think that, but I'm obviously inside thinking, who knows? Just a tentative. Be great, be a dream, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you say inside. I mean, you are inside because you're a manager.
Yeah.
And you're chairman of the club.
Yeah.
Which of those roles is the easiest role, chairman or manager, and which do you prefer?
I prefer the manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the managing. You know, I just don't switch off for the managing part. You know, watching the videos, going to watch games, and you know, I've surrounded myself. We've got a brilliant management team. We've got a lot of scouts and coaches and coaching staff, management staff. But I really, obviously, from day one, I was player manager. Yeah. So I'd be in the morning on a fag packet, picking the team in the park football side, and so I've always done it. Do you know what I mean? And then so I've kind of got that fire burning to just win a game on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. And what's been the biggest change? I mean, managing at with respect to Parks level and where you are now, what's been the biggest difference as a manager?
I think just the apartheid crowds, you know what I mean? Like when you go away to a few grounds and a few thousand in them, and you know, stuff like that, you've got to get used to how you manage that situation. But apart from that, I actually think what we've instilled is a lot of the good habits of Parksides, the sort of underdog spirit and the togetherness that is missing in a lot of the clubs we play, you know?
Yeah. I mean, one of the clubs you played last round, Western, pretty tough game last round. And again, expectations, do you think it's right now that your fans are expecting you to win this game? Because you're a league above Hayes, but they've done very well too.
Yeah, they're doing really well. I mean, listen, down here, you know, we've got quite a formidable form against opposition down here in the league above, and so our fans are going to look at it and think it's a winnable game. But Hayes are a fantastic team, real good pedigree, great manager, who's a great man, this is the one round of the FA Cup that everything goes out the window of the form book, because the prize is the biggest it is really for the teams at this level is right now. Yeah,
of course. Now give us an insight then. It's 5-3. You're coming out. What's the last thing you're going to tell your players before they come out on a pitch?
I think it's just the standard one really, which is just like, you know, business as usual. You know, you can't, you know, they can't, they've just got to be thinking clearly, and they've just got to be doing everything right. So it's business as usual, you know, and then let the rest take care of itself. I mean, that is where I see it today, and every game we play. So I don't want to put too much anxiety into them and, you know, make them stiffen up a little bit and worry about the match. So we're just business as usual, really.
Yeah, perfect. I'll tell you what, we weren't expecting this question, but assuming you win today and thinking positive, who do you want in the first round proper?
I could argue it both ways. I'm going to be honest. I could say, well, you know, sights on the third round to get an absolute dream tie, which means could you get a really winnable next game, or could you get a Sunderland away and, you know, have an amazing journey and, you know, nationwide profile and have half a chance of beating them. So, you know, so I could argue it both ways is the honest answer.
Yeah, fair enough. Listen, Mark, thanks ever so much.
No, mate, thank you for coming down.
Thank you very much indeed. We're a little way from kick-off. We're, a couple of hours away from kick-off. We'll get a bit of action later on, but we'll see what we can get. Thank you very much indeed.
All right, so we're just about to start. Dorking Wanderers are going to be in their usual red and white striped kit today. Hayes Yeading are going to be in their sky blue kit. And honestly, the atmosphere at the moment, as you might be able to hear, is really good. Dorking Wanderers, just to the right of me, are in fine voice. Hayes Yeading have also brought a fair few, maybe 80 to 100 fans. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it. So let's get to kick off and see what it brings.
Also, our refreshments are all open for you for half time. Fan zone bar will remain open throughout the afternoon, and at the final whistle will be happy hour till 6 p.m. when all points are £3.50. And there will be football in the marquee as well.
Okay, so it's half time and it's 1-0 Dorking, and I think it would be fair to say that it was Dorking's half, really. They can claim the first half, can't they?
Yeah, I think Hayes Yeading had about a 10-minute spell, but Dorking are a stronger side. They're playing to their strengths, and it could have been more than one, really, although Hayes did have a really good chance in the first half to equalise, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Blasted way over the bar. To be fair to Hayes Yeading, you know, it's not all doom and gloom. Their centre halves, number 5 and 6, are doing really well. They're two big players, and they get in their head and their boot on most things. So is their captain, number 7, who's playing defensive mid. So there are some positives. But yeah, it's been all Dorking, really. They're getting the ball out wide, they're shooting down the wing, cutting inside, and that's what they do really well.
Yeah, they are, and that's. I don't think Hayes are getting the ball to their strikers. They're bringing out of defence. Their midfield is winning the odd ball, but they're just not getting to the strikers. But I don't think one goal is going to be enough. I think there needs to be another goal. Certainly for the fans, there needs to be another goal. But it's not a bad half. Dorking are leading, but we might see if we can get some fan reaction if we can now at half time.
Well, we'll see you second half.
Cheers.
Come on, Hayes! There's the final whistle. The final score, Dorking Wanderers 2, Hayes Yeading 2. Replay on Tuesday.
So the match has ended. It's ended 2-2. It does mean a replay on Tuesday at Hayes Yeading. But the match itself, I think Hayes Yeading actually started really well second half.
Yeah, second half, they got the early goal, which I think they needed. They stopped Dorking playing wide.
They did.
And they put 2 men on the right winger, and that worked. That nullified Dorking for about 20 minutes. And during that 20 minutes, they got the 2 goals,
They
didn't
did. But Dorking, they kept battling, as they're famous for, doing so. They got their goal back, and it was all Dorking at the end of the half, I think. End of the second half, they were really pushing. Mind you, there was a few chances each way.
Yeah, in the end, I'd say a draw is fair result, fair reflection. I guess I could have won it. Both had their moments, but I'm now going to Hayes on Tuesday night after work.
Well, we've got a 3 hour 10 minutes journey on the way back, so we're going to shoot off as soon as we can. Well done to both teams. You played well. Let's see you on Tuesday.
Looking forward to it.